public speaker and founder of Black Box Creative. Jeff Beckham is back at the desk with us again this morning. Thanks for being here.
I've had so much fun being here with you.
Good, because we got a couple really good topics that we have to get to. We're going to start. These are juicy. We're going to start with the cheaters. Beware. There's a new test that is changing the game. Suspicious partners are now using DNA infidelity tests to find out if their loved ones are fooling around. Affinity DNA offers a semen detection test for $117 to check the piece of fabric for a gender test for $300 that indicates whether a sample is from a man or a woman. So would you use this on your partner?
No. If I have to use that, I'm probably going to be single. I just think if you're going that far, you probably should just call it one, because you know it's something that's in your intuition or your gut is telling you something. And yeah, I think that's probably a violation of people's privacy and civil.
Isn't HIPAA laws come into play at some point?
Something something.
My initial reaction is to agree with you, but I will say that there's people out there that suspect something, but they stay with someone for a long time. They just need that proof for whatever reason to change their life, to find someone else, to be single. And it might seem like a lot of money, but $400, let's say, to change your life around, and you figure it out and you know for sure?
I will say this. Maybe in my 20s, I might have been more apt to maybe look at that. At this age, though, if I don't trust the person I'm with, I don't need to be with you.
Yeah.
And then, what are you keeping? What are you keeping around to actually test? There's probably some sanitary issues going on.
You got some swabs ready to go at all times. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's so gross.
Okay, guys, if you are trying to launch a full-on investigation on your man, give me a call, okay? Because I got sources. We can contact my sources, okay? We can do a background check. We can do court records check.
This is her side hustle.
Now we can just add this into the mix, okay? We could do a DNA test. We are going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to do it together, okay? I'm a really good, ride or die person. Ultimately I do think it's silly. That's not something, like you said, if you feel like you got to go that far, just don't do it. Just walk away from the relationship. But I do know that there are a lot of people, and I'm speaking to women, so I'll use women in this example, but they need the validation. Yeah. They need to know what the truth is.
But that's on them, too.
That's on them.
If you are that self-conscious that you constantly think that your man's stepping out on you.
But I wouldn't say self-conscious. I would even venture to say that they just need confirmation of what the truth is, and they don't feel like they're getting it for their partner, so they want to take things into their own hands.
But then that's the bad partner, too.
I still advise against that.
Right. There might be some trust issues there going on for it.
And trust that.
I liked your first answer better. The Felicia cheating test company.
I've done a few ride-alongs.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say, I've done a few ride-alongs.
That's what that magnifying glass she has all the way.
With my friends to get to the bottom of things.
You've done ride-alongs for that?
I'll explain that later.
Wow. Well, a new study, speaking of cars and riding along, owners of high-status luxury cars are actually jerks. Researchers found that self-centered men who are argumentative, stubborn, disagreeable, and unempathetic are much more likely to own a high-status vehicle such as an Audi, a BMW, or a Mercedes. So what do we think? Does wealth corrupt your behavior?
I'm going to go with no.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What kind of car do you drive?
I have a Mercedes, but that does, look, no, I'm going to go with no. I think generally we are very nice people. I think that, Mercedes and BMW
Who is
owners.
Rich people?
I wouldn't go rich. Just people who drive nice cars. We work hard for the things that we buy, and, we want to protect it. So maybe at times, I get a little protective. If you cut me off, you might see, I don't know. I think generally we do a good job of advice.
And I think it's kind of unfair to put that label on people because people work hard for their money. Some people want to spend it on artwork. Some people want to buy a nicer car. It's just your different tastes of how you spend your money.
For me, I don't think it's the car that makes you that way. It's like the chicken or the egg. It's the jerk in the car. What comes first?
Right.
And I think that a lot of people who are very successful, who work their way to the top, come off as argumentative, come off as these sort of traits, and then they get a car that kind of fits all of those things together. I don't think it's like buying the car makes you that way. Becoming rich makes you that way. Maybe you're just one of those people that likes to kind of steamroll through some things to get there, and then you spend the money.
Yeah, I don't think it's the car. I think the car. What you're trying to say is the car is a reflection of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, people who work hard sometimes have to be a little bit more aggressive, and so maybe they worked hard and they're successful, and that makes them a little more aggressive, and that's all tied to them having a nice car.
But Jeff, I got to say, you seem like a really nice guy.
Yeah, you don't fit that personality. Not at all.
By the way, I drive a minivan, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I drive a Mazda, so zoom, zoom. Move out the way.
No.
Yeah, right? Wait, do we have a live shot of what's happening in the parking garage?
No, no, that's okay. Let's
You're like, I'm good.
I have a
Boo.
car.
You don't got to apologize for anything.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. I drive a Lexus, you guys.
Amen.
I drive a Lexus.
And I didn't mention what my husband drives.
Yes.
Still in the family.
It was on that list.
Yes, and it was on the list.